What if your brain's survival instinct is sabotaging your relationships? A groundbreaking study reveals that our fight or flight response, designed to protect us from physical danger, also interferes with our ability to trust others. In this video, we'll explore how a neuroscientist's unexpected discovery challenges our understanding of decision-making. You'll learn why your brain might treat potential friends like threats, and how this ancient survival mechanism could have far-reaching consequences in your life. Imagine your brain's fight or flight response as a vigilant guardian, constantly scanning for threats, even when you're perfectly safe. This system floods your body with stress hormones, preparing you to confront danger or escape swiftly. While crucial in our evolutionary past, this mechanism hasn't quite adapted to the relative safety of modern life. The same alarm that once protected us from predators now activates in response to everyday stressors like stern emails or awkward social interactions. The fight or flight response profoundly impacts our decision-making, especially in social situations. When your brain perceives a threat, even a subtle one, it triggers neurochemical changes. Cortisol and adrenaline surge through your system, sharpening focus but narrowing perspective. Under stress, we tend to make more impulsive decisions and struggle to see the bigger picture. We become hyper-focused on potential threats, often overlooking opportunities for cooperation or connection. Trust requires vulnerability, involving the risk of being hurt or disappointed. When we're in a state of heightened alertness, our brains are primed to see danger everywhere, including in the people around us. This biological response interferes with our ability to trust others. Our busy threat-scanning brains become less capable of accurately assessing others' trustworthiness. We might misinterpret neutral facial expressions as hostile or read ulterior motives into innocent actions. This suggests that many of our trust issues might stem from an outdated survival mechanism working over time, rather than rational decision-making. In a world where social connections are crucial for well-being and success, this misfiring alarm system could be holding us back in unexpected ways. To understand how this system sabotages our modern relationships, we need to examine the intricate neural interplay between trust and threat detection. This complex dance shapes our social interactions in ways we're only beginning to comprehend. Your brain runs two competing programs simultaneously, each vying for control over your social interactions. This neural tug-of-war involves several key brain regions that shape our ability to trust others. The temporoparietal junction, TPJ, ventromedial prefrontal cortex, VMPFC, and posterior superior temporal sulcus, PSTS, work together to process social information and guide trust-based decisions. Meanwhile, the amygdala acts as our brain's threat detection center, constantly assessing potential dangers and influencing our perception of others' trustworthiness. These neural networks form a complex web of connections in constant communication and competition. When we're calm, the TPJ and VMPFC collaborate effectively, enabling social cognition and trust-based decisions. Oxytocin, often referred to as the love hormone, enhances the activity of these trust-related brain regions, promoting social bonding and increasing our willingness to trust. However, when the brain perceives a threat, even a subtle one, the amygdala can quickly override this trust circuitry, disrupting the normal functioning of the TPJ and VMPFC. This ancient fight or flight response can interfere with our modern social interactions. For example, at a networking event, your brain's social cognition systems work to read cues and assess potential contacts. But if your amygdala detects a perceived threat, perhaps triggered by someone's familiar body language, it can disrupt this process, potentially compromising your ability to trust and connect. When threat detection becomes overactive, the consequences can be significant. Stress alters the functional connectivity between brain regions involved in social cognition, leading to heightened threat perception and decreased trust. This neural suppression can manifest as increased suspicion, difficulty forming new relationships, or even damaging existing ones. As we uncover the intricacies of this neural balance, a crucial question emerges: can we recalibrate this delicate system? The answer might lie in a groundbreaking experiment that challenges our understanding of trust and decision-making. As neuroscientists delved deeper into the brain's trust mechanisms, they uncovered a startling truth. What if our inability to trust others isn't a conscious choice, but a subconscious betrayal by our own neurological wiring? A routine experiment was about to reveal how our brain's ancient survival instincts might be sabotaging our modern social connections. Dr. Jan Engelman and his team set out to investigate how negative emotions influence trust decisions. Their initial hypothesis was straightforward. They expected that introducing a threat would simply reduce overall trust levels. To test this, They designed an innovative experiment using a modified version of the classic trust game. Participants were asked to make investment decisions while under the looming threat of an electric shock. This clever setup allowed the researchers to observe how the brain responds to trust decisions in a high-stress environment. As the experiment progressed, early results began to contradict established theories about decision-making. The team employed cutting-edge functional magnetic resonance imaging, fMRI, to peer into the participants' brains in real time. This powerful tool allowed them to observe neural activity with unprecedented precision. As participants grappled with trust decisions under threat, the researchers noticed something unexpected. Specific regions of the brain associated with social cognition were behaving differently than anticipated. To isolate trust-specific neural activity, the scientists focused on the left temporoparietal junction, TPJ, a region known for its role in understanding others' intentions. They discovered that under threat, activity in this crucial area was suppressed. But the revelation didn't stop there. The researchers also examined how different brain regions communicated with each other during the experiment. What they found was groundbreaking. The functional connectivity between the TPJ and the amygdala, the brain's threat detection center, was disrupted when participants felt threatened. This suggested that the emotional context of threat was directly interfering with the neural mechanisms supporting trust decisions. As the data poured in, a revolutionary conclusion emerged. Trust issues might stem from a misfiring fight-or-flight response. The very system designed to protect us from physical danger was inadvertently sabotaging our ability to form social bonds and make rational decisions about trustworthiness. This discovery challenges traditional economic models that assume purely rational decision-making. It emphasizes the profound impact that incidental emotions, even those unrelated to the decision at hand, can have on our social interactions and choices. The implications of this research extend far beyond the laboratory. It forces us to reconsider how we approach trust building in high-stress environments, from business negotiations to international diplomacy. If our brains are wired to mistrust under pressure, how can we create conditions that foster cooperation and understanding? As we grapple with the far-reaching consequences of this unexpected discovery, a new question emerges. How does this revelation change our fundamental understanding of human behavior? The answer to this question promises to reshape our approach to everything from personal relationships to global politics, ushering in a new era of insight into the complex interplay between our emotions and our decisions. Recent advancements in neuroscience are bringing us closer to diagnosing and treating trust issues with precision, similar to physical ailments. The discovery linking trust issues to our brain's fight-or-flight response opens up possibilities for intervention, but translating these findings from the lab to everyday life presents significant obstacles. Cognitive behavioral therapy, CBT, has emerged as a promising approach. It helps individuals identify and change negative thought patterns, offering a practical tool for rewiring trust responses. CBT has shown effectiveness in reducing anxiety and improving trust in interpersonal relationships among those with anxiety disorders. Mindfulness practices have also demonstrated potential in managing the fight-or-flight response. These techniques enhance emotional awareness and reduce reactivity to stressors, potentially allowing individuals to approach trust decisions with greater clarity. Exposure therapy, which gradually introduces individuals to sources of anxiety in a controlled environment, has proven effective in reducing avoidance behaviors and increasing trust in social situations. Participants who underwent exposure therapy reported significant improvements in their ability to trust others after treatment. Organizations are implementing trust-building exercises in high-stress environments. Team-building retreats and structured communication workshops have shown promising results, with some companies reporting increased team collaboration and decreased conflict-related issues. Enhancing trust at the community level can lead to improved mental health outcomes, reduced crime rates, and increased civic engagement. Communities with higher levels of trust tend to experience better overall well-being and social cohesion. As we develop new strategies for building trust in high-stress environments, we're potentially reshaping interpersonal dynamics on various scales. From personal relationships to global diplomacy, the ability to foster trust in challenging situations could have significant consequences. The journey from scientific discovery to practical application is ongoing, and it continues to advance our understanding of human behavior and social dynamics. As research progresses, we may see new methods emerge for recalibrating our trust mechanisms, potentially leading to more resilient individuals and communities. Understanding the connection between our brain's ancient alarm system and our ability to trust can help us build stronger relationships. By recognizing when our fight or flight response affects our social interactions, we can adjust our trust responses accordingly. Take time to reflect on your own trust patterns. Professional guidance can be valuable in navigating these complex neural pathways. As we move forward, questions arise about how our understanding of trust will develop in an increasingly complex world. The answers may influence the foundation of human interaction for years to come.